Hi guys, welcome back to Lifestyle of More. I'm so happy that you guys came back. Hopefully you guys are already subscribed to the blog, and if you're not, please go to lifestyleofmore.com and subscribe. Every single Monday I put out new blogs, whether it be more travel, more food, or more life. And so today we're going to be talking more life, more specifically more health, right? In the midst of all of this craziness going on with COVID-19. So what is PPE? PPE is personal protective equipment, clothing or equipment that protects people from the environment. So PPE can be goggles, it can be a helmet, it could be a full body suit, it could be gloves, it could be a surgical mask. So the hazards that PPE really addresses can be things regarding electrical, heat, chemical, a biohazard, as well as airborne matter. So as you can see, PPE really ranges across a large spectrum of different items here. So why is PPE even important? And is it right now in the midst of COVID-19? Yes, to really, kind of flatten out the curve. That way we're not seeing the mass spread of COVID-19. You really have to use a lot of different resources across a large range of interventional techniques that are going on, right? So we have PPE, we have hand washing, we have, covering our nose and our mouth appropriately. We're making sure we're not sneezing out into the air. There are several different techniques to making sure that you stay your healthiest, but PPE is one of the techniques to making sure that, if you are around something, as we just mentioned, like chemical or biohazard or electrical or heat, then you can really protect yourself. So I've seen a lot of people wearing face masks, right? There is a surgical face mask as well as an N95. So a surgical mask is a loose fitting barrier between the nose and the mouth and the possible contaminants in the air. Not all face masks are going to be certified for surgical use. It's really important to note that surgical masks are definitely not to be shared. They are meant to be disposable, and they may even come with or without a face shield. So an N95 respirator is a respiratory protective device that is designed with a very, very snug fit on the face and a very efficient filtration for airborne particles. That way, proper breathing and all of that is had whenever you are wearing the N95 respirator. So as you can see, the two are very different. A surgical mask, like I said, it's a loose fitting barrier between the nose and the mouth and the contaminants in the environment, but it doesn't protect you from every single element that could come. And N95 is more so making sure that you have proper breathing in a situation where you really, really need to have the majority of the contaminants in the environment filtered out. N95 means that this particular face mask has been subjected to testing where it has blocked out at least 95% of all of the particles in the air, hence the term N95. So again, the N95 is definitely a lot different than your surgical mask that you're gonna find in your dentist's office. And of course, the FDA regulates the N95 respirator and the surgical mask differently depending on their intended usage. So some precautions in regards to wearing the N95, because I hear a lot of people saying, I really want the N95, I gotta make sure I have the N95. The N95 is really not for people who have already respiratory chronic illness, cardiac illness, or any other type of comorbidities that may prevent their breathing. So the interesting part is that the CDC is not recommending the general public to wear N95 masks for COVID-19. They are saying that the best way to not get the virus is to not be exposed to it, and of course to practice other techniques that are in that large interventional spectrum, right? Washing your hands, making sure that you just have really good hygiene, making sure that you sanitize appropriately, making sure that you don't breathe in someone's droplets when they just coughed or sneezed into the air. So wearing PPE or personal protective equipment is only one way to keep us healthy. So another PPE object that I see people wearing are gloves, right? Some people are wearing the surgical blue gloves. Some people are wearing the, you know, the tan latex ones. Some people are even wearing like the school cafeteria gloves I see. So the thing about gloves, absolutely, of course, they can protect your hand, right, from touching whatever object you are touching with the glove. But the glove is really made to stay in a contained environment, right? So if I'm cooking, I really need to be in the kitchen with the gloves, nowhere else. If I'm cleaning the bathroom, I really need to be in the bathroom with the gloves, nowhere else. If you are trying to prevent getting COVID-19 by wearing gloves, it's very, very crucial that when you do touch these objects that could have trillions of germs on them, grocery carts, elevator buttons, escalators, or stairwells, or anything like that, that you don't touch anything else of yours that you don't want that germ to get on, you know? Because if you're, let's say, in a grocery store and you're picking things up, you're putting it down, you're touching the cart, you're doing this, and then you go to reach in your purse for your cell phone, and now you put the cell phone to your face. So it's super crucial to understand that the usage of PPE is really for a contained environment. If you're going to be using it, awesome, great. Just make sure that you keep the gloves on the dirty stuff only and not on your clean, uncontaminated areas, you know. And I hope this helps you guys in regards to PPE or personal protective equipment. So make sure you guys subscribe at lifestyleofmore.com for more tips. And I'll see you guys on the blog.